Welcome students to our YouTube channel Academia Ambala. Today's topic is Physical Features of India. This chapter is divided into 4 parts. Let us begin with part 1. In this module, we are going to study about theory of plate tectonics, types of plate movements, and how Himalayas were formed. Students, this is how our Earth looks like. The current location of continents, you have seen it on the globe as well as on the world map. But the present position of the continent has been achieved after years of drifting apart. If you go back 225 million years, you will find that this is how our Earth looked like. Now, you all must be thinking about a lot of questions. How did this happen? What were the forces behind it? So in this module, I will try to explain to you all the theories which try to explain the causes behind it. Students, you all are familiar with this world map. You all have used it for locating continents, oceans, countries, mountain ranges, etc. So you all are familiar with it. But have you ever wondered that the western coast of Africa and the eastern coast of South America can be fitted together like two pieces of a puzzle? Have you ever wondered it? Let's see. Look at this image. Here you can see that the two coasts of these two continents almost fit together. There is a difference in gap, slight difference, but they fit together as if they were a single piece landmass and they have been divided. So this was the thought that came into the mind of Alfred Wegener, and he propounded his theory of continental drift theory in the year 1912, but it came into light in 1922. So Alfred Wegener, he said that all these different land masses that are scattered over the earth was only one landmass which has been divided over the years, or which has been broken over the years. So he attempted to prove the unification of all land masses in the form of a single landmass known as Pangaea. That single landmass, only one landmass, he named it as Pangaea. But the problem with his theory was that at that time the technology was not that advanced, so he could have presented more evidence in support of his theory. So because of lack of evidence, his theory did not gain momentum during that time. During the decade of 1960, Taylor propounded his theory of plate tectonics. This theory states that Earth's crust is divided into a number of plates or lithospheric slabs, which are tectonically known as plates. There are about 7 major and some minor plates, and these plates are in constant motion and they are moving over the asthenosphere and gliding slowly over the globe, just like a pack of ice of Arctic Ocean is gliding under the force of currents or winds. So according to this theory, million years ago, there was only one single landmass, which was named as Pangaea and surrounded by water from all the sides named as Penthalassa. Because of the movement of these plates, they acquired their present position, which you all are very familiar with. Types of plate movements. There are 3 types of plate movements: divergent, convergent, and transform movements. Convergent movement. Convergent movement, the plates, they move towards each other As you can see here in the image, these two plates were moving towards each other. As a result, one of them has subsided under the other. This has resulted into the folding of the sediments, and it leads to the mountain building and are associated with earthquake events. The second type of movement is divergent movement. In this type of movement, the plates, they move away from each other. Here in the image, with the help of arrows, you can see these two plates, they are moving away from each other, which has resulted into the faulting of the landmass. The features associated with it are ridge and a rift, and they are associated with more of volcanic events. In transform movement, the plates, they slide past each other. You can see here with the help of arrows, they have explained it. They are moving past each other, and they are associated with more of earthquake events. Now we are going to understand that how Himalayas were formed. In order to understand how Himalayas were formed, you have to keep one thing in mind. The plates associated with the formation of Himalayas are Indo-Australian plate and the Eurasian plate. So let us understand how Himalayas were formed. Formation of Himalayas. According to plate tectonic theory, Earth's crust is divided into a number of plates, 7 major and some minor plates. Out of those 7 plates, 2 plates are Indo-Australian plate and Eurasian plate, which played a major role in the formation of Himalayas, as it was their collision which led to the formation of Himalayas. So to have a better understanding, let us start from 225 million years ago. As you all have studied that million years back, there was only one single landmass, which was named as Pangaea, the supercontinent, and it was surrounded by Panthalassa, the water body. With the passage of time, because of some internal forces, convectional currents, or some other forces, the Pangaea started breaking apart, and the northern Pangaea was named as Laurasia, and the southern Pangaea was named as Gondwana. This Gondwana, or the southern Pangaea, constituted present-day Africa, South America, Antarctica, Australia, and India. So let us understand this image first. These arrows, they are showing the different directions in which the plates moved. This one is Indo-Australian plate. This one is your Eurasian plate. This one is your Eurasian plate. And in between we are having a water body named as Tethys Sea. As you can see, the Indian plate is moving northward. In the next image, it has come closer towards the equator. And in the last image, you can see finally it has collided with the Eurasian plate. Now this is the type of movement we have studied earlier, which is known as convergent movement. And convergent movement leads to the folding of the sediments, and hence here the Himalayas were formed. So with the passage of time, Pangaea broke and different plates started to move in different directions, which you can see here in the images as well. And Indo-Australian plate moved northward and moved and collided with the Eurasian plate. As a result, the sediments which were deposited at the bottom of the Tethys Sea folded to form Himalayas. So to conclude, we can say 250 million years ago, the landmass of Earth were clustered or grouped into one supercontinent called as Pangaea, and as the years passed, Pangaea broke apart and large pieces of land slowly moved away to form the continents as we know them today. This is the process, how it all started. Slowly and steadily, their location have changed. This is 145 million years ago. This is how our Earth looked like. This is how our Earth looked like 65 million years ago, and this is our present day Earth. And in the next image, you can see how Indian subcontinent moved slowly and steadily towards the Eurasian plate, and as a result, Himalayas were formed. The two plates responsible for it were Indo-Australian plate and Eurasian plate. Hope the contents of this module is clear to all of you. Thank you.